Hi YouTube, it's Mike with Kane Autographs. Welcome to my TTM video for the week ending December 14th. TTM is through the mail autographs. I send out to former players asking for autographs, and this week I had 18 returns with 41 autographs. Starting off with my longest return was from Mark Clear. I got a 1-2 return in 159 days. Mark was a two-time All-Star. He played for the Angels, Red Sox, and Brewers. After Mark, my quickest return of the week was in 10 days from Gary Newbomber. He played for the Braves and Phillies, a 2-2 return in 10 days. Next up was Nate, and I'm going to mess up this last name, Schwartzholz. And Nate returned 2-2 in 30 days. He played for the Giants, the Phillies, the Cubs, the Nationals, and he also spent a season in Japan. Former Dodger and Brewer Greg Brock returned 2 cards in 13 days. Mike Scholler got back to me on 158 days. Mike played for the Mariners and the Rangers. Jake Wood led the American League in triples in 1961 with 14s, but he also had 141 strikeouts, and at that time that was the most in a season. A 2-2 return in 31 days. Next up is three-time Pro Bowler Carl Lee. Carl played for the Vikings and Saints, 2-2 returns in 30 days, and then after his playing days, he went on to be a head coach at West Virginia State. Jim Merlo, former New Orleans Saint, returned 2 cards in 12 days. Jim played 6 years for the Saints. Next up, 1986 World Series winner Randy Newman, a 2-2 return in 14 days with that World Series inscription on there. Randy played for the Astros, Pirates, White Sox, Mets, and then the Twins. He became a free agent after the 1986 World Series, signed with the Minnesota Twins. He spent most of that year in AAA, but he was promoted briefly to the Twins, and he captured his final major league victory against the Kansas City Royals. Next up, 1982 World Series champion Glenn Bromer was a 2-2 return in 12 days. On that futures card, Gene Roof will sign, so I'll send that card out to him pretty soon. Matt Meskey, a 2-2 return in 13 days. Matt played for the Brewers, the Cubs, the Astros, Diamondbacks. Always great to get a Hall of Famer back. Hall of Fame player Tom Mack was an 11-time Pro Bowler. He played his entire career for the Rams. A 2-2 return in 27 days. Super Bowl champion with the Buccaneers, Ken Dilger signed 2-2 cards in 41 days, and he is also a member of the Indiana Football Hall of Fame. One of my most interesting returns of the week was from Gary Wheelock. He returned these cards in 16 days. It's a 3-3 success, but Gary made a trade with me. The card on the end that's personalized is a photo of the card. He kept one for himself, which is fine with me. He spent 26 seasons coaching in the Mariners system. This next one, Emerzo Ramirez returned 2-2 in 14 days. Ramirez played from 2012 to 2024 for 8 major league teams. Mike Lansing played for the Expos, Rockies, and Red Sox. He had a 271 batting average with 84 home runs. 2-2 return in 14 days. Selected with the 6th pick by the expansion Toronto Blue Jays, Jim Clancy returned 4-4 in 17 days. He was an All-Star back in 1982. He played 11 seasons for the Blue Jays, 3 seasons for the Astros, and then a year for the Braves. My last return of the week was Phil Bradley. Phil returned 4-4 cards in 17 days. Bradley played for the Mariners, the Phillies, Orioles, and the White Sox. Last thing I want to share with you is my return from Wanna Shuffle. Send in any autograph card and a self-addressed stamp envelope and you get a card back. This month I got 2 cards back, even though I'm pretty sure I only sent in 1, but it's a great way to add some unique things to your collection and help others get some cool autographs in their collections. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Hit that like button to help me out. Leave a comment on what was your favorite. If you saw something that you just love and you want to make a trade, let me know. We'll see what we can work out. Thanks for watching.